Hello, everyone, and it's another solo episode from me, your host, Johlet, for Timeless Talks. Sorry if I look a little bit red eyed and puffy. I had a good coaching session and I cried a lot. That's why I look like this. But it's much needed because I think I've mentioned on here before that I'm going through a bit of a transitional stage in my life, which is a good thing. But you need some guidance, and with that is why I'm doing today's episode. We're going to chat all about why it's important to move your body, even when you don't want to. And as a Pilates instructor or fitness instructor, or Pilates and rebound instructor, I preach this nonstop to my clients. And in the same breath, I should really practice what I preach because movement is joy, as we all know it. But if you're in a funny stage in your life or a different season, or like me going through some things, then showing up and moving your body every day takes a lot more effort. And that's okay. You guys, it's okay. Because lately, I can come here and tell you, oh, please move your body. It's so important. And blah, blah, blah. And even when you don't feel like it, just put on those exercise clothes and get going. I've not been doing that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have not been doing it. And that's okay. Lately, movement feels like a mission to me. The thought of getting on a mat, getting on my rebounder, it's so exhausting to a point where it feels like I just completed a 60-minute HIIT session. And that's not normal. That's when those warning bells should start going off in your mind. Why is this happening? And that's also when you need to start listening to your body and being like, it's okay to take a step back, reevaluate what type of movement my body actually is craving, and then take it from there. Because when I do feel like that, the question that pops into my mind the whole time is, but movement helped me through so many difficult and tough situations and stages of my life. So why in this current one is it not working? I mean, Pilates, especially Pilates, helped me through one of the biggest tragedies of my life. And I mean, when I lost my dad, like Pilates literally, it took over my whole life. I mean, I did my teacher training. I taught non-stop. How I didn't go through burnout in that period, I don't know. I think it was God's way of saying, like, girl, you obviously need this. I've got you. I'll keep your body strong and moving and going. But when I look back now, and if I'm like, if I had to do what I did to my body then, I would probably end up in hospital. So I did have this beautiful moment of aha or clarity, whatever you want to call it. And I mentioned it to my coach earlier, and it's the first time I said it out loud, and that's what triggered the tears. But I said to her that it's strange, but I realized that Pilates was my escape back then. And it helped me hide and it helped me run away from the sadness that I have to cope with and face and deal with. And then, like anything in life that helps you feel better and helps you forget about things, You get stuck on that train, and I was stuck on that train, and I've been stuck on that train for 11 years. And the problem is, I'm now on this moving train, and I don't know how to get off, you guys. I have no freaking clue how to get off of this train. And I'm starting to feel sick. I'm starting to literally feel sick on this moving thing, nonstop. How do I get off? That's the question. How do I make this train stop? I mean, I'm the one that keeps telling my clients and followers to just show up and move. The truth is, you don't have to always show up and move, because it's not always that easy. And in the same breath, and that's the frustrating thing, I constantly, and I guess this is a different train we put ourselves on, but I constantly feel guilty for not practicing my speech. So it's this terrible vicious circle and almost roller coaster of emotions that I'm going through on a daily, where I wake up, get dressed, and don't have energy to go teach, but I do it anyway because I'm loyal and I want to show up for my clients. And again, I preach on a daily, move your bodies. So, but then I get home and I'm like completely depleted, like my battery is completely not even in the red, it's just like completely black. And I'm like, how am I gonna now show up for myself for 15 or 30 minutes of movement when I can't even get myself off of the couch or off of the bed? And definitely signs of burnout, 100%. The warning signs are there as well. But on the other hand, I'm also so frustrated with myself because I want to show up and move. But what used to give me joy does not give me joy anymore, and that's okay. So I'm figuring it all out again. It's like I obviously used to love Pilates, but now I feel like when I do get on the reformer or on my mat, it just takes me back to that time of my life where I used it as a coping mechanism to deal with the death of my dad. And when I get on the rebounder, it takes me back to a time where I'm like, I started rebounding because I wanted to bring in something new and different and unique at my studio. And it feels like everything that I'm doing now as movement is because of something, if that makes sense. In my brain, it makes sense, you guys. So people don't always get my brain. So if it makes sense, I'm super happy that you're on the same brain wavelength as I am. So I am now also rediscovering new ways of movement that actually excite me and make me happy. And I know you guys have been seeing this all over my feed or all over my stories every now and then. And I think I might have mentioned it, but lately I'm into tennis. Cedric and I have been doing tennis lessons since the beginning of the year. And that's something that I really love and enjoy. Listen, I'm terrible at it. Really, I don't know why, like, certain sports don't click with me, but ball sports and I do not mix. It is like whenever there's a sport where a ball comes flying straight towards me, I freeze. I'm like a deer in headlights. It's hilarious. Like the amount of times I laugh at myself on that court, you guys. It's ridiculous. Like, I completely freeze, and then the coaches just keep screaming at me, but move your feet. And I'm like, but I can't. I'm like frozen here in this spot. And then I just scream and duck at that tennis ball. It's like my brain can't function. Do I do front hand or backhand now? Like, which one do I swerve towards? That's so funny. But I leave every session with a smile on my face and joy in my heart and just happy. And I remember a time where Pilates and Rebound used to do that for me. And it's so sad, but it's also exciting because I do know I'm gonna find that love for Pilates and Rebound again. I know that for a fact. Like, I know it's in the future. I can see it there. I'm ready to grasp it. I'm like, it's so close. But I need to first like detox it from my system. But I feel like um, so that I can fall in love with it again. But yes, definitely. So currently, how I am finding passion in movement again is through tennis, you guys. Playing very bad tennis, but through tennis. And it's okay because I'm enjoying it. But it's like, no, now I've got this picture in my head. I was the same at school, actually, now that I think about it. Like, I really wanted to look, I was a good runner. I was a bad loser. So when I came second once or twice, I just told my parents, this is not for me. I don't like not being at the top of that podium. So I'm out of here. Let me try netball. That did not go much better. I was mainly picked as a last resort for the B team. But also I think just because there wasn't enough people for a C team. And I remember the one day playing, and I literally, look, I've had a few balls in my face, like that netball ball, and it's not a softball, would whack me flat on the side of my head. Few times, reflexes on point. I don't know how I even managed to stand on top of a rebounder now that I think about it, but I do it anyway. You guys, I stood on that netball court and I literally just boinked over to the side. Massive bruise on my knee. I don't know. I remember actually standing on that court, getting up, and I'm like, how the hell did I just do that? Like, I literally just fell over my own feet sideways. Like, explain that to me. Tennis, touch wood, I must say, I'm not running full speed at those balls like I should be because of that fear in my head that I will trip over my own feet and face plant into that artificial grass, which I can just imagine leaves quite a burn and skin off. So that fear has been lingering at the back of my head. But I'm sure once I've like overcome that little moment or that little step of just go towards the balls, I'll be so much better. But the most important thing is that I love it. I'm loving it. It's something that I do with my husband. I think I drive him insane because he plays a mean game of tennis and I basically dodge and duck most of his fast balls that come flying at me at full speed. And then it ends with me shouting at him for trying to kill me on the other side of the court. But I'm taking it slow, one step at a time. I've also started doing sessions with a trainer that comes to my house. But we're not doing like personal training per se. We are focusing more on alignment and little glitches, if you want to call it that, in my body, misalignments and tight spots. He does like Ayurvedic stuff and pressure release, which has been a game changer for me in my everyday life. I must say, it's scary how the human body just clings on to pain and discomfort. And it was I've done 2 sessions it's torture, it's super painful, but I don't have a very high threshold for pain, just to add that. But afterwards, I feel great. And you guys, my tennis game has improved since I've done it. Like, what? Super happy about that. Not saying I'm the next Serena Williams, but I'm getting better. And it's just from releasing so much stiffness and tension in my upper body. And I know I've had a lot of that. And that's the funny thing. Like, as a Pilates instructor, I'm very aware of my body. I know where all my problem areas are. Like, I know I'm out of alignment. But the thing is, I can't fix it myself because I can't see myself. It's not like I'm standing in front of you on the mat and I can see exactly where your feet are positioned, or your hips, or your shoulders, or your chin, or everything. So that's the frustrating thing for me. And my coaches always would be, they're always shouting at me to relax your shoulders, relax your shoulders, relax. And then I'm like, if you want me to be more relaxed, you're going to have a tennis racket against your head, because this is as relaxed as you're going to get me. I mean, I've gone to play tennis directly, you guys. When I say directly, I mean 30 minutes after getting a full body massage. And they still told me to relax I'm like, I've just had an hour and a half massage. I can't be more relaxed than I am right now. So, and even they have seen my improvements since I've worked with this trainer, and I'm very happy. So he does like very small yoga style movements. So it's very, but it's not, there's no flow to it. It's like we'll go into one pose. He takes me out of it, stretches, fixes the misalignment, like tortures me. And then we go back into the pose to see if it improved. And so it's very slow, precise movements. But the other thing that he's getting out of me as well, and we laughed about that today actually, is in Pilates, we're all about like black is black, white is white. There's no gray. It's like we work in parallel. Everything is precise. Da, da, da. That's why I always joke and say that that's why Pilates is so good for me, my personality type, because I'm such a bit of an OCD type of personality. So it works great for me. And at the end of the day, you guys, we don't move like that in normal life. Like day to day, we don't move like that. And that's why I always tell my clients, when you leave this Pilates class, please relax your body. Go into external rotation. Like, relax. Just relax that pelvic floor, because it's not normal to be that perfect always. And we laughed about that because every time he would tell me, okay, go into squat position or go into a lunge, I'm like, oh, parallel feet. And he's like, stop. Just stop. Just do what feels good for your body. So that's been fun and different and challenging. Like I told him today, like, you are really, you messing with my OCD brain habits. But it's good because, again, I'm at a point where I'm not going to put an hour of my time into something where I leave that hour feeling worse about myself. So those are two things that I'm doing currently to help me out of this slump. And to just get my body moving again. Because at the end of the day, I'm now on a path of just falling in love with movement again. I don't care what movement it is, as long as it makes me happy and it brings me joy. And that's what I want to tell to everyone out there. You guys, yes, show up for yourself, move your body, but also check in with yourself and make sure that it makes your heart feel full. It makes your mind feel clearer. And it makes your body feel stronger and better. Because if you do not leave a movement session feeling mind, heart, and body like in alignment and at peace, then maybe it's time to try something else. I know they say Pilates is great for you, and I agree 100%. So don't just do it because it's good for you, because at the end of the day, if you hate it, is it really good for you? So I'm busy falling in love with movement again by changing it up a bit. Because, you guys, I need to keep reminding myself that it's not failure that I feel the way I'm feeling. It's a process that I'm going through. And at the end of the day, if I'm on this journey of going into a new process and and just like finding my way again, that is progress. And progress to me means that I'm winning.